So yesterday it was the single digits on the countdown for Call of Duty Next and the multiplayer reveal. Today it's the start of single digits for the countdown for the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer beta. So with that in mind, I wanted to continue our sort of road to Next by not only recapping a few leaks here, but also kind of talking about these leaks in relation to what we can expect to see for the multiplayer beta experience. So at first we'll do a little bit of recapping, but then make our way down to a bit of expectations for what's upcoming in relation to it. So as we go along, drop your thoughts below. What do you guys want to see in the beta? Any particular map, mode, weapon, whatever the case, feel free to drop your thoughts below. But if you enjoyed the video, you found it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on the video. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to stay up to date with all things Modern Warfare 2. We'll be streaming and creating content from Call of Duty Next in just a few days here at the turn of the week. So make sure you're here for all of it, for all the early access and the latest information on Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer. And finally, if you want to join us live over on Twitch, we're building that community back up here ahead of the beta as well as full launch of Modern Warfare 2. Live most days, may actually be live as of right now. So if you want to check it out, link in the description below. We'd love to chat with you. But that said, let's jump into it. Let's start with a bit of the leaks recap. Firstly, let's talk about the maps, some confirmed, some rumored and leaked. The beta, as we'll discuss here in just a second, isn't going to be every single one of these, but instead just a handful of them. But let's start big picture, shall we? Officially confirmed for Modern Warfare 2, we have the maps of Grand Prix, Farm 18, and Museum for the traditional 6v6 multiplayer experience. Now, also detailed were the maps of Said and Sharif Bay as battle maps for Ground Wars, so your much larger combat. That's stuff that's come officially from Infinity Ward. Some of the stuff has already even had gameplay showcased for it, like we discussed in yesterday's video. But as for the leaked stuff, well, we have a massive listing of maps here that have, from the past couple of months, come to light in what we may be able to expect. Now, of this listed, we have the maps of Action Park, Agent Perf, Ancient, Backstab, Cathedral, Climb, Cruise, Davos, Dogtown, Esports Gym, Exhume, Favela, Firing Range, Floating Bay, Grand Prix, Kill House, Lighthouse, Luxury, Mountain Town, Narcos, which I'm actually kind of wondering if that's actually one of the maps that we've seen already from the campaign. One of the more recent Modern Warfare 2 campaign early access trailers and ads for Instagram ended up showcasing a clip with Soap and the squad moving on what was described as Narco Land. So that's something we may see here. We have Oilfield, Ridge, Runner, Saba, Salvage, Tokyo, Yellow Castle, Hydro, Museum, Swap Meet, Fishtown, and Farm. So, of course, that again is big picture, and we're not going to see every single one of those for the beta. And honestly, a lot of those may actually be reserved for post-launch, or rather not a lot, but a handful of them. Sometimes we'll see things leak out for the big picture, not just necessarily at launch, but even beyond. Now, some of these ended up having some map images associated with them that have been leaked, but I think since scrubbed from a lot of locations on the internet. Things like Oilfield, things like Museum, Saba, as well as Fishtown have all had map images leak out for that. And how that happened was that these leaked from the Warzone mobile game files. Now that's important because why you might think about, okay, well, we have Warzone mobile. How does that give us any insight? Warzone mobile is being built to be the same experience as Warzone 2, and Warzone 2 is being built from the ground up from Modern Warfare 2. Now, while they may be two different applications, the same base principles apply for the game. The base build of that game still applies. So we have things that give us strings of assets from Warzone Mobile being connected to Warzone 2, being connected to Modern Warfare 2. Hence why we can see things like maps, and as we'll describe here in just a second, modes as well as streaks. So moving on over to those modes, officially described, we ended up having the brand new modes of Knockout and Prisoner Rescue detailed for us by Infinity Ward back in June. Prisoner Rescue akin to sort of the VIP mode from Black Ops Cold War, where you have to eliminate enemies or save the hostages, but the Knockout mode is described as a sort of gunfight meets MP mode. It's a singular life mode where you're the final one to be holding that package at the end of the match. But talking about gunfight actually is confirmed as well, in which that is something that is going to be coming post-launch, not necessarily at launch. So wouldn't expect it in the beta, as we'll talk about in just a second. And we also know Ground War in some capacity is going to be returning, whether it is as large as Modern Warfare 2019, smaller in player counts, or larger in player counts. We don't have any details just yet on that, but the battle maps we've had described officially from Said and Sharif Bay, as well as a few others that may have leaked, that is something that confirms Ground War is indeed coming. Now, out of leaked game modes and giving us a broader picture here out of this, we ended up seeing a couple of months back all the game modes leak from Gunfight, Capture the Flag, Bounty, Kill Confirmed, Cranked, Cyber Attack, Demolition, Domination, Infected, Free-For-All, Hardpoint, headquarters, knockout, search and destroy, ground war bomb, and all or nothing. While of course things like your team deathmatch are always going to be included in that as well. So a lot of stuff on offer for the larger picture of modes as well. And finally, talking streaks, we haven't seen any of these officially confirmed just yet, but leaked out of the Warzone game files from a couple of months ago, we added the UAV, the smoke airdrop, the fuel bomb, the cluster spike, and the thermobaric strike. The UAV sounds pretty self-explanatory. The smoke airdrop doesn't have too much details here for it. The fuel bomb is apparently going to be the Predator missile or a variation of it. The cluster spike looks to be like the IMS, which is a bouncing Betty style kill streak from COD Ghosts. And then the thermobaric strike, it seems like it's a variation of a napalm strike. Now again, referencing previously that Narco Land little teaser that we ended up getting for the campaign early access, that showcased the AC-130 in the campaign actually coming from official gameplay. So I'd also put that potentially on the list, though not confirmed. So that said, that's the stuff that we've seen officially confirmed and leaked for the larger picture. But when we think about the immediate future here and that beta content we can expect, of these, what can we really look forward to? On the map side of things, Farm 18 and Grand Prix have already been explicitly mentioned, while Museum is likely to be coming in the beta as well. Additionally, in a blog post from Call of Duty detailing COD Next and the subsequent beta build of the game, it's mentioned that the multiplayer experience is, quote, going beyond the core 6v6 experience with a variety of meticulously designed maps of various sizes and an equally impressive set of modes. Which to me makes me think that we'll see at least one of those battle maps in there for Ground War, like we did with Karst River in the final few days of the crossplay beta in Modern Warfare 2019. So for that, I'd check off the maps of Guaranteed, of Farm 18, Grand Prix, likely Museum, and then also one of Sarif Bay or Said. Now, could there be more? Absolutely, and I'd be all right with that, but that's what we know of and can we expect from the way that I see it. As for modes, Modern Warfare 2019's modes were a little bit different than what we saw with, say, Black Ops Cold War and Vanguard for their betas. In Modern Warfare 2019, we had a handful of different modes, including TDM, Domination, Headquarters, Gunfight, as well as modes that came over the course of those 2 weekends, from Cyber Attack, Realism, and NVG modes, as well as Ground War. Other betas offered more unique game modes to that specific title, like VIP was in Cold War's beta, so by extension, I'd expect to see your things like Knockout or Prisoner Rescue to take the place of Gunfight in that beta, and then Prisoner Rescue coming in again as that VIP mode, kind of how we saw with Black Ops Cold War. So for what I'd expect on offer for the beta, TDM, Domination, Kill Confirm probably as your big three, maybe Search and Destroy. We saw that last year at the Vanguard beta as a sort of feedback from the community and what mode we wanted to see. But then I'd also expect Knockout and Prisoner Rescue to be added in, with the prospect of Ground War being added for Weekend 2 in that crossplay beta, just to make sure that all the lobbies are filling up immediately like they did in the rollout of Modern Warfare 2019's beta. Now the streaks, that's a little bit tougher to predict here, since we don't have any idea what those will be like in terms of the associated rank to unlock those. So some of these may be coming, all of them may be coming, or none of them could be coming at all. And beyond that, again, the same principle kind of applies to the weapons that we've seen leak out from Modern Warfare 2 and have had confirmed to us already, along with a lot of the gunsmith details. So that stuff is harder to pinpoint, but in relation to the maps and modes, we have a pretty solid understanding as to what we can expect for the beta offering. So with that, that's what we're gonna call it, I think. Wanted to fill you guys in here on a little bit more a road to next, completing a bit more of the bigger picture and what we can understand going into it. So let me know your thoughts down below. Are you guys looking forward to anything in particular for the multiplayer reveal of Modern Warfare 2? Anything that you want to see for the beta? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts below. But if you enjoyed the video, you found it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on the video. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing. We're getting all things Modern Warfare 2 ahead of COD Next. We'll keep you up to date with everything, so I'd love to have you in the community. But that said, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.